Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to talk about something really important: mental health and addiction. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or drug addiction, especially if they're facing chronic relapses or have a history of bouncing in and out of treatment centers, I want to recommend Baja Rehab. Baja is a premier lockdown treatment center located just 45 minutes from the San Diego border in beautiful Mexico. I've had the opportunity to visit their facility, and I can tell you firsthand it's not only stunning, but also equipped with everything needed for recovery. They offer comprehensive medical detox and have a dedicated team of drug counselors and specialized therapists. If you are ready to take the first step towards healing, call Shalom, the intake director, at 619-855-6368. That's 619-855-6368. Your loved ones deserve a second chance, so don't wait until it's too late. Reach out to Baja Rehab today. This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. Looking for your next new tattoo? Visit My Addiction Tattoo, where art meets passion. Our talented artists specialize in custom designs tailored just for you, ensuring each piece is as unique as your story. From your vibrant colors to intricate black and gray work, we bring your vision to life in a safe, welcoming environment. Plus, we prioritize hygiene and professionalism every step of the way. Book your consultation today and let's create something incredible together. Visit us on Instagram at My Addiction Tattoo or call 858-352-6416. That is 858-352-6416. Or stop by at the shop at 3742 Mission Boulevard, San Diego, California, 92109. Nobody reps fuck fentanyl like My Addiction Tattoo.
Well, they say I got a habit that I'm just a drug addict and I'll never be nothing more. Well, they can just have it, I don't care if I'm damaged. Honestly, I just think I'm bored. And alcohol is just a flavor that I wanna try and savor every second that I'm on tour. I'm gonna do what I want, I don't care if it's not what you want anymore.
Fuck yeah. That's Fiddler. Bad Habits. I'm Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy. This is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast. I have my friend Kara. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi.
Oh man, this was a fun show. I was getting kind of some memories and little flashbacks of last year.
Yeah, the dopamine I get from this song is
Yeah, I was getting
I
it
will
too.
take free dopamine any day.
I actually do remember them playing this song. Oh my god. So, where are you from, Kara?
Born and raised in beautiful East County.
Oh, beautiful East County.
Beautiful East County.
It is.
I literally
Such a
have
gem of San Diego.
such a gym. I literally have grown up all over East County. A good portion of it on top of a mountain. And,
Oh, really? On top of a mountain?
Literally, like on top of a mountain and like the far way backs of East County.
Oh shit! Are we talking about Santee? Are we talking about El Cajon?
Like the east side of El Cajon, through El Cajon, into Lakeside.
Oh, okay.
Little bits here and there, but like a lot of it was definitely like out in like the Dehesa area.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little familiar with that spot.
Yeah.
Wow. So you lived there all your life?
for like a good part of like my growing up,
Yeah.
I lived out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look like somebody from East County, actually.
stop. No, yeah, I mean, like, you know, my childhood was like East County.
Yeah.
You know, jumping from like, you know, city to city.
Mhm.
And then like my upper growing up was like Claremont area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they did like a little bit of back and forth and
I see.
all that.
Claremont's not that different from East
I
County.
know. I love Claremont.
Yeah,
But,
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. I love Claremont.
but yeah, it is like the East County to like the not East County.
It's like it's a good second place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second place of trashy.
Aw. Not my entire childhood.
Oh.
No.
So when did drugs and alcohol become in the picture for you?
Definitely, you know, standard like maybe 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That is a pretty standard
It's,
age.
it's like, you know, not any new of a story.
When you're going to like, I think when you're transitioning out of probably grade school into middle school.
Yeah. I
Kinda-
mean, I feel like
Getting-
like alcohol and stuff has been like such a, you know, I can't really tell you like the first time I actually like did it, or, you know, it's always been around.
Yeah, I've been around.
Yeah.
Has it been offered to you when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely like as a child, it was like, oh, you try something.
Yeah, try
you know?
this. It'll be
You want
good.
to try a little bit of like the Corona assault in it?
Yeah.
You know,
All bougie.
fuck it, yeah, make it fucking explode and hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute stuff. Like, but yeah, no, but drugs and alcohol. I mean, I guess it started becoming more prominent probably around like 13ish.
Okay.
There was like a period of time where like, you know, my mom, you know, she was really sick and stuff, and she started getting sicker, and
Yeah.
so I'd go over to my dad's house, and my dad, you know, he was like a workaholic, addict in himself, and so he was like never home.
Yeah.
And you know, I have an older brother who at this age is like peak high school,
Okay.
and you know, he was always partying with his friends, and then my dad doing what he was doing, he was never home. So, you know, you leave like a bunch of teenagers in a house with no supervision, you know.
Nice.
The 12-year-old gets drunk, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
You're hanging in there with the rest.
For sure, yeah, you know. And yeah, and I mean that was like a pretty regular occurrence, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, I was always getting shipped over to my dad's house.
Oh, I see.
You
You look forward to it?
I mean, yeah, sure. You know, I love my brother.
Yeah.
You know, my brother's always been my best friend. And, yeah, and you know, I've always idolized my brother also. So you know, anything my brother did,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I did.
you're
You know,
Italian,
for
right?
sure. Yeah,
For sure.
So
see
I mean,
that.
good escapism. I
Right.
feel like during that time period, I definitely have like so much stuff blocked out. You know,
Right.
like I hardly remember so much of that time part of my life.
Yeah.
And
That's understandable.
yeah, and so I'm sure it definitely did its due diligence, you know?
Absolutely. And so like, you know, you're kind of just like fitting in with your brother and stuff like that. Did it ever feel progressive, maybe like shortly after that, or was it just a little slowly?
You know, yeah, it was just, you know, again, no new story. You know, it kind of, you know, I took what I learned and I applied it to my life. You know,
Yeah.
I started fighting my own friends and,
Yeah.
you know, drinking with them on
Yeah.
the weekends.
Right,
and
right.
Fucking trying to get high on Sharpies and...
Sharpies?
Wait. It'd be like
Wait.
Sharpies or like, you know, going to like CVS and stealing like the cough and cold cortisone.
Oh, what? I never did that.
Oh, wait, like the Skittles.
Skittles?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Anyways, like cough medicine. Like,
Oh, okay.
you know, we just like we're trying to like do whatever we can. To,
I like this like MacGyver stuff of getting high that
Yeah.
you're doing.
like again, this is like 13, 14 maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and we're just like, ooh, like found like a little pill book, and we're like, ooh, what does this pill do? Kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like literally just my mom's like blood pressure medication.
You're snorting it like,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I remember I used to try to like my grandma had like a bunch of fucking pills, and I would always try to find like one like which one is the opiates. It has to be
Yeah.
one in this motherfucker. It was nothing.
Yeah.
There was never anything.
No. Yeah.
If anything, I'm fucking up my own goddamn organs.
Yeah, I know.
When did I guess like maybe like when you start becoming an adult, was that when things kind of took a turn?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I had like all through like, you know, high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, I had like a pretty normal like high school.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess you could say like
Where'd you go to high school?
Steel Canyon.
Steel Canyon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
out in Spring Valley. So
Oh, Sprung Valley.
yeah, Spring Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. It was kind of like a little bougie, you know, a lot
Was it?
different. You know,
Really?
yeah, kind of.
Really?
It was a little bit bougier, like, you know, it was like the whole mall area and like
Oh, by the casinos.
by Rancho San Diego.
Yeah. Now I know what you're talking
You got
about.
like, you know, middle class, upper middle
It
class.
ain't the
I
kids.
was not either of those. You know,
it wasn't the kids from Skyline. They weren't going to that school.
No. Yeah, and so I mean, you know, there wasn't really a whole lot of opportunity to get into like trouble out there. One,
Yeah.
because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right.
And two, everybody there was like playing sports and like living like.
Oh,
you know.
okay. Were you ever into any of that stuff? Like doing good at school and
No.
sport? Nah. Me too.
Yeah, no, I definitely. My mom did tell me, she was like, I don't care if you graduate with all C's, you're going to graduate. So
Oh, okay.
bar was set. I graduated with all C's.
All
and-
C's.
Yeah.
That's good. I did D's.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I got a D once. My mom like actually grounded me. I think the
She
one
was-
time.
oh, she was
one only
upset?
time. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
She's
I don't
like,
even
you
show.
know, C's are like, you know, a low stretch. You know.
I learned in elementary school. I don't show my fucking my progress report, my report cards. I don't show any of it.
Yeah.
But you go to the teachers and yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
yeah. So
yeah. So you graduated school then?
yeah, I like graduated. I did the whole prom thing. I just like.
Oh, you did
know,
prom?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
You know,
nice.
that was like also weirdly enough. That was also like another thing that like my mom. She was like, "You're going to prom and you're
Really?
graduating high school."
Going to prom? Like that's a requirement?
That was like a requirement. She was like, "You're doing these two things,
Oh,
and I
fuck.
don't care how you do them, but you're going to do them." You know?
Fuck. I totally fucked that off.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, other than that, like, you know, I didn't do sports. I didn't do like after school activities. You
Mhm.
know, my after school activity was literally going home and getting stoned with like, you know, A, B, C, or D. You know,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of my
yeah,
like
yeah.
old friends and.
Yeah.
I was definitely really big into like raving in like high school.
Oh,
that was
what?
like also another after school activity.
Oh, no
like,
shit,
On the
raves?
weekends, you're
Yeah.
doing whatever he's given to you.
I
and-
never really got a chance to get into that. Like I did have a little, I guess, experimentation of ecstasy.
Yeah.
And they would look like little like characters.
Yeah,
like Bart
yeah,
Simpson.
for sure. The old school, you know.
Mhm. Did they not make those anymore?
No.
Oh,
No.
damn.
Those are the if you know, you know. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Throwback, yeah. The good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah, it's like nowadays when people talk about fentanyl, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, black tar heroin. It's
Right,
like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man. It's so like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
It's a fucking record.
Yeah. But yeah. But other than that, just like a regular fucking, you know. After high school, you know, I moved out right away. You know, I basically jumped right into like getting a job and
Yeah.
getting a place and you know, but like with that like newfound freedom
Yeah.
came like, you know, lots of drinking and
Oh, yeah.
you know, and again like, you know, my drinking and partying didn't really like affect or like make my life manageable.
Yeah.
You know, during that time period, like
Right.
I held down jobs. I, you know, did some schooling.
Yeah.
You know, I was like emotionally and mentally like a mess, you know, for sure. But like,
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, you know, you fast forward a little bit of time and,
Mhm.
like the drinking, progressed, and like, the people I was like hanging out with, like kind of like shifted, and all of a sudden, like, I'm doing like, I'm doing cocaine, which, I hadn't ever really fucked with. I did all the party drugs.
Oh, really? You went to raves without cocaine?
Yeah. Like, I went to raves. Like,
you missed out. That's playing.
No, like, in like high school, like it was about like, drinking coke, I did like the ecstasy, and then like it was like the psychedelics and stuff. So like
I missed that one though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah. Like shrooms and shit. That shit fucking. I had the worst feeling. It wasn't even like a bad trip. It was like a bad like stomach ache.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It was terrible. But I did it while I was on heroin, so I think that was.
Oh,
that's probably why.
That's not nice.
No, my body was like, no, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
But so yeah, now did you get really into cocaine, or is it just kind of like?
No, it was definitely just like
kind of an enhancer of
sure.
of doing other stuff.
Yeah, like the party's going, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, and I don't really, again, like the shifting of like, who I was hanging out with.
Right.
And
were the crowds getting a little sketchier?
I guess maybe like out a little bit later,
Right.
But even then, like the people I was like drinking and partying with, like that wasn't even like the atmosphere that like led me into like the hard drugs. It was like, at work where I was working in like a restaurant.
Okay.
And like that's like the first time I did meth,
Fuck,
and,
really?
like,
At a restaurant?
Where I worked, yeah. One of my coworkers.
Oh fuck yes.
And I remember they like chopped it up and like I did it, and I just remember like lying to myself and be like, just pretend like it's cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
oh my god.
yeah, it was fucked up, dude. Like, I mean, I got work done real quick.
That's all I was about to ask. Did it make your job better?
Yeah, it was like bam, bam, bam.
Did you provide excellent service?
And then I stayed up all night just laying in my bed, like wondering, like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah.
Good old math.
Good old math. Yeah. Now I did it that one time, and then like. I was like, I don't like it. It made me all fucking like crawly out my skin feeling.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then like, I have a family, like, my entire family is like riddled in like meth addiction too.
Oh,
so
no.
Like, so I also like, as I'm coming down in my room, I'm thinking about like, oh my God, I'm going to turn out just like them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm one of them now.
Yeah. One of them. One of them. Yeah. Pretty much.
I really tried to avoid meth actually for most of my life.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 or 3 years into heroin. Like somebody actually just kind of whipped it out and started smoking it, and I was like, "Fuck it, leave me."
Yeah, I'm already fucking shooting on meth or heroin.
I'm already fucked up on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but I never really got super into it though, because I saw my uncle go through it a lot.
Yeah.
Like he was the extreme example of meth going wrong, and with mental health especially. So I did meth periodically.
Yeah, I wish that would could have continued to be my story.
No. I mean, honestly, if I would have kept using heroin, I probably would have eventually just did meth all the time too.
Yeah.
It's fucking everywhere in Chula Vista.
So easy.
It's so easy. I mean, you find it literally on the street, like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Back of
meth. Yeah.
I was gonna actually ask too, like, was it the restaurant industry kind of also like a kind of a factor of like maybe excessive partying?
I mean, I did party a lot with like my coworkers, but I was already partying.
Already there. You're already there.
I was already part of the problem. Yeah. And there was even a point where like my managers at that establishment literally had a sit down intervention with me. Like what this after like I'm already fucking deep in the trenches,
deep in the shit.
Yeah, and they had a sit down intervention with me, and basically was like, we know that you're fucking up right now.
Yeah.
And that was actually the first time I went to an NA meeting. 'Cause my manager picked me up from my house
Shit, dude.
and took my ass to one.
That's
It was
so
like, you need to
embarrassing.
get your shit fucking figured out, you know?
Oh my god.
I did not, but
Oh,
like,
you didn't go?
No, I went, but like I did not get my shit figured
Oh,
out.
oh.
Yeah.
You attended the meeting.
Yeah, you know.
Did you just like kind of sit there and just like, what, can I get the fuck out of here?
I mean, like I remember it was cool. Somebody was taking a year, and like
Oh.
I remember the card came around. And I was like,
Hey,
know?
congratulations!
Yay.
Yay for you!
huh?
Hooray for you!
Me pretending to be like 1 day sober.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Oh man, the good old days of going to a meeting high.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But other than that, you know, that's not even where my addiction started. I guess.
No shit.
I guess it kind of all
I
started.
mean, it
when
sounded
I
like it was like yeah, it kind of
it
did
was
something.
progressing in the darkness. You know.
Yeah. Well, was it after the restaurant? Were you? So did you just go to multiple restaurants? Like
No, it
or
was just
at
the one place I worked at. I worked at for like 4 years. And,
Oh, okay.
but
That's
like,
not bad.
Yeah.
You held it down.
For the first 2 years, I was just like, just partying.
Yeah.
And then, and then, I started doing like experimenting with like, the meth. And then, not too long after that, like I started dating this guy, and he was fucking like full blown fucking strung out on heroin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A soulmate?
Yeah. And like my codependency like was like, yo, like I can fix him.
Oh,
you know?
you were?
Yeah. And in my mind also, I'm like, again, like, yeah, I can save him,
Yeah, you can save him.
I remember like
you totally could.
Yeah, dude, I literally like remember Googling like what helps somebody going through like withdrawal.
You're asking Google's advice?
Yo, yeah, and I would show up with like little gift bags of like DVD movies and like some like I would get like some like benzos from like my mom from her like prescription to like
you don't need them no more.
some water and
Yeah.
just sleep it off, honey. Like
you'll totally do it. It'll change just like that.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah.
How long did that relationship last?
My God.
Longer than they should.
Oh, that's a whole different. Yeah, okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Okay.
But yeah.
So when you were started going out with this guy, and that's when things got a little.
Yeah, and then
more.
at first it was like, oh, like I can save him.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
slowly but surely, fucking one drunken night, I was like, oh, let me try it.
Oh.
And
Curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat, man. And yeah, the rest is history. I actually the first time I used it, like I skipped like all the pills and all the blues and
I didn't
just
do any
went
of that
straight
either.
to fucking,
Yeah, same here. I didn't know what an opiate really was.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't.
I knew heroin was bad.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, heroin is bad. That's
Then
it.
you don't do heroin, and then you do heroin, and then you don't not do heroin, or heroin does you.
People told me not to do it, but I chose to do it anyway.
Full ass choice.
When I got introduced to it, man, I was like 15 when I first was around it.
Yeah.
And these dudes were like in their 20s. I was 15, so they're like 10 years older than me and whatnot, whatever. And they're like shooting it up. They're talking about Hep C. They're talking about like overdosing and beating the fuck out of each other.
You're a fucking child sitting there.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. And I'm literally like, I'm never doing that. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would people do that? Like, and then my best friend, me and him got ringed up to we pretty much gave in to peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy, like pretty much the oldest, the coolest one of these guys was throwing it out there to us, and another guy too, and we were just like, oh, fuck it, I guess I'll try it, and instant love.
Yeah.
Then I understand, like, oh wow, why did I go this long without it? Yeah.
I after I did it, like I woke up that next morning, I was like, I literally said to like the boyfriend at the time, I was like, I can tell you one thing. I don't like heroin. You know?
You told him?
Yeah, because I felt like shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you did
I
it?
felt like straight
You didn't
dog
like it?
shit. No, like, well, I did it, and then I fucking immediately went out, you know?
Oh,
And so, like,
fuck.
I had none of the fucking, you know,
the nice little...
the nice part of it. I
Yeah.
just woke up the next day to not only a hangover, but, like, a fucking, you know, that first stages of, like, you know, when you use the nausea and like
You're
being
just
sick to
feeling
my
sick.
stomach
Yeah.
and puking and
Yeah. So, you
so
just
that was
pretty
my
much
first reaction.
just a fucked up hangover.
Oh yeah, but there's something about like that switch had been flipped, and even though like you know, so anytime it came like he'd be around me doing it, I immediately was like, oh, let me try it again, you know?
Okay.
And
Round 2?
Yeah, for sure. And then round 3.
Is
And
that
then
big?
round 4. And then round 5. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Were you smoking it or shooting it?
Shooting it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I don't think I ever smoked it. Like,
I didn't know it could have been smoked until I was 3 years too late. I swear to God, I did not even know. What was going on? I didn't want to hit it. I didn't want to hit myself, and I think my nose was clogged up from snorting.
Yeah.
And then homeboy was like, "Oh, don't you smoke it on foil?" I'm like, "What are you talking about smoking on? How do you do that?
I know
That doesn't
fucking wasted
I'm like,
like
that's
that.
yeah." I'm like, what the fuck? And then I did it, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I'm never fucking it.
Yeah. Man.
Then I learned to hate myself.
Yeah. I remember like years down the line, I remember like, at this point my veins are all gone. And like,
all bad.
I don't know why, like, I didn't want to muscle it.
No,
I don't know
more.
why boofing it didn't come to mind before fucking, and that should have been like the next route before like doing like the fucking jailhouse way where you're fucking mixing it in a spoon, snorting it.
That's Carlitos.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm like,
You never done it like that?
no, yeah, I was doing it like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But like,
But even your nose will get clogged. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
what
like,
reminded me of that.
I can't breathe.
Fucking just, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's like years, yeah.
Oh my god. And so after you started this terrible habit now, that's when life is starting to get a little out of control.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit more.
Yeah, that's when like the unmanageability really took effect, like in all like areas of my life.
Yeah.
Started off like spiritually and mentally.
Yeah.
Now it's like every fucking avenue of unmanageable.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, like I had my own place, like I had a job, I had a car, I had a license.
Yeah, it's not, wow, fuck, dude.
Dude, like I was like, doing all right.
Yeah, no,
And,
absolutely.
That didn't last long,
Oh,
after
no.
like a year, like once I started like doing like heroin on like a daily basis,
Yeah.
I also started doing meth on a daily basis.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
They go hand in hand.
Oh, for sure. And again, like I have this like sick vendetta over like meth because of like my family history. So like I was like so against like smoking it, so like I had to shoot it.
Oh,
like,
oh my god!
I know. I was like,
I love that justification.
Right?
I'm not gonna be like that.
I'm like, I've been breaking pizzas since I was like 6 years old. I don't want to touch. I don't want to see one.
I
of
don't want to
those.
see that. Yeah.
Fucking
Keep that disgusting
stupid.
shit away from me.
I know. Like, okay, princess.
Yeah. Needles for me, please.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucked up, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you was it like were you mixing it up too? Like the
Oh yeah. They went again like hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yeah. They lived together.
They live together. There's not enough speed in this one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that only that lasted a long time, but like all within like a year and a half, like I had gotten us evicted from my house.
Yeah.
Like all the roommates I had, I got everyone evicted.
Oh, everybody.
I got the electricity shut off. I got the water shut off.
Yes.
I got the cable shut off.
Oh shit.
And then I got the fucking eviction on. Yeah, that's a fucked up story in itself. Like, somebody stole my rent money because I was letting somebody that was like I was getting high with.
Yeah.
Fucking just like crash on my couch.
Oh no, they found the money.
Yeah, I let them use my. That's stupid. I let them use my car while I was at work to go pick up dope.
Yeah.
And I had left the money in the glove department.
Oh,
Because I was going to pay it when I got off work. Because
Right.
it was like right down the street.
right.
And it wasn't until fucking, you know, it's like I'm in the middle of work and stuff. And it wasn't until I had already given him the keys and I went back to work and I was like, fuck.
Oh,
man, you
no,
know,
he's gonna
you gotta
find
be
it.
fucking kidding me. And
Oh,
sure the
no.
fuck enough, like
All
I
gone.
got back and it was fucking gone.
Oh no!
And like,
did you confront him?
yeah, like I'm like, you know, 20, you know, I'm stupid, I'm young, like I'm
Yeah.
naive as fuck.
Okay.
And like I didn't know how to react. Like the first thing I did
Oh,
when I
really?
ck back in my car when he picked me up was look, and it was gone, and I didn't have fucking words, you know. Like
Wow.
I hadn't found my words yet. Like today, motherfucker. Like Anyways, but yeah, then like but my grandpa and his buddy actually fucking pulled him and that boyfriend I had
Yeah.
at the time
Yeah.
out of my room, fucking took them to the garage with fucking guns and like held them at gunpoint for like a few hours, dude. Fucking like strip searching, fucking trying. Yeah,
Dude.
nothing.
Sick.
And then when they let him go, homeboy fucking took his shit and he dipped. And like, yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
Got behind your back.
yeah. Then we all got kicked out, but
Yeah, I guess it didn't
it's
make a
on my
fucking
amends list, okay?
Oh shit, dude.
But yeah, you know, and then from there,
Yeah, where'd you go?
I still had the car.
Okay.
My license was suspended.
Oh,
but
of
like,
course.
and so was the registration. But
So, yeah.
and it was holding on by a thread.
Yeah.
But I had the car. I went and like started like actually over in Eastlake, not
Yeah.
too far from here.
Not too far.
Yeah, I started like squatting in this apartment.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Until the sheriffs were like, "Yo, bitch, you gotta get out."
Wow. How
Yeah.
dare them.
Dude, yeah, that was probably the first low that I hit. Like, I was there for like maybe 3 months.
Really? Just not paying nothing?
Yeah.
Just
Just fucking. I think it was like there was like a transition. It was like a condo, and it was like being in it was like foreclosure or something. So it was like kind of in limbo.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
of who owned it.
Yeah.
And yeah, a whole bunch of shit. But anyways, so
Mhm.
basically just squatted there until like, you know, sheriffs
Until the
came, you
sheriffs
know?
actually came.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Fucking
a
California.
pretty fucking dark time. Like,
Oh man.
and yeah, from there, after that, basically just in my car. Like,
Oh,
I think
shit.
I tried going to my mom's house for a minute, but like
Yeah.
my mom being like, you know, a mom. She was like,
Being a
you
mom.
gotta get the fuck off like the heroin
Yeah.
and the fucking meth.
Oh yeah,
and-
you can't do that.
yeah, you gotta get your shit together.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they ain't done the law here.
I know. Yeah. Looking out for my best interest.
Yeah, look out for your best. Wow.
Yeah. So I very quickly found another guy.
Oh.
That was- and then, you know, we're living in the nice streets of fucking the El Cajon alleys.
Oh, the nice streets. Oh wow,
Yeah.
bougie.
Bougie. Fucking Walmart parking lots.
Oh
and-
hell yeah,
yeah.
doing it big.
Doing it big. Decided methadone clinic. That was fucking cozy. So good.
Oh fuck, man. Oh my god. Oh, so how? So you ended that relationship, and now you're gonna do another same exact thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty
much. I mean, me and that first boyfriend, like, it's a very complicated relationship. Like, you know, we were like, you know, quote, like dating, whatever, for like 2 years.
Sure.
And then, you know, and then we broke up, but like, you know, we kind of like we were like each other's like using buddies and like,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
you know, all the way until the very end, you know?
Yeah.
He actually started renting a room for my mom at that time. And
Oh God.
yeah.
That sounds like a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a mess. And then I like left and was like, oh, let me just, find, you know, some other homeless guy and like, let's fucking
Yeah.
go fucking run out into the sunset. You know?
Yeah. Off the beautiful El Cajon sunset.
Yeah, fucking ran so many streets of El Cajon. Dusty.
Oh shit. Oh my god. I can't imagine fucking because it gets so fucking unbearably hot down there and fucking grimy.
And it was like summer, like you.
Oh fuck! I bet it was.
Dude, yeah, it was like, I mean, I did that for like a good year and a half, where like, you know, living out of like a car. You know, my car finally eventually died.
Oh,
you know?
no!
Yeah. And then,
Unreliable.
moving on to another car,
Yeah.
And not having a car,
Yeah.
squatting in houses.
Yeah.
Living on the side of the methadone clinic.
That's
you
nice.
know? Yeah.
So convenient. It's just right there
Oh,
now.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I tried doing the methadone thing for like a few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't
What a
work.
shit show.
No.
Dude.
Yeah.
But on the same token, like I really didn't want it to work. I just didn't want to be dope sick, you know?
Yeah,
So,
it's convenient that way.
yeah, so it did its job for what I wanted it to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for it, but
just didn't have any good intentions behind it.
Oh yeah, for sure not. No.
Yeah. I couldn't fuck with that shit,
Yeah.
dude. It didn't even like it fixed the physical part, but not the mental part
Yeah.
for me.
No.
I think I was just too young. I honestly think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I just kept fucking getting high anyways.
Yeah.
But so like all this running around in the beautiful city of El Cajon.
Yeah.
When did it all become enough for you?
Oh, we still got a few years.
Oh,
Yeah.
a few years to go?
Yo, dude,
God
yeah, like this
damn.
is like I hit that first like low, like that was like a low, but like that was like we're at like the halfway point at this point.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
so-
love this.
Yeah.
Did we go to tents now?
Oh, I used to go visit the tents.
Oh,
you know,
no.
but like I never had one of my own.
Oh, you never had one?
No. Yeah.
Me either, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah. But no. From there, like basically, the part of like running the muck on the streets and stuff, like
Yeah.
it got to a point where it was like, fuck, man, like this is like I remember like going back to a Walmart parking lot and just being like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore, I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
And so like I finally went back to my mom's and
Yeah.
like my mom. My mom was like, she took me back in. Like, she took me in. I finally, fucking just played by her rules because that was like always my things. Like, I didn't want to do like, what she told me to do because like, I was a little shithead.
Yeah, right.
And
of course.
like
you know,
not
you
doing
knew
very
best.
good.
You knew everything.
For sure, dude. Yeah. I think it took like my grandpa pulling me aside and just being like, you just got she says the sky is red, you say the sky is red, okay? Like, and at that point, like I was broken down enough, like I didn't want to fucking like my hustle. I have no hustle. Okay?
No?
Like not this time, not this time. Like, and like
How do you just maintain a habit?
well, that's what the methadone was for.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah. I mean,
Sell
like,
it.
I mean, like that kept me like at bay, but like, I started like learning like the footwork of like, the fucking stealing and turns and
Oh, yeah. Did you get to utilize that law that they had when they changed felony or petty thefts to misdemeanors?
no.
Oh, no.
I was there for when they did the if you got caught with like substances at a certain amount.
Yeah.
You didn't get a felony. You got a misdemeanor.
That's it. That's what I'm referring to.
Okay, yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed that whole beautiful thing.
Fuck, dude. I remember when that first came into effect, right? I was at the Needle Exchange downtown.
Yeah.
Sketchiest place, definitely to be A, buying drugs,
It-
and 2, to be doing drugs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I was doing A and B. And like some undercover fucking DEA fucking were like watching.
no.
And then like, I was like getting well.
Yeah.
And then, my boyfriend at the time was like it was getting well, and all of a sudden they come to the fucking windows, right?
Mhm.
And they like, flash their badge and and like, I'm dumping everything out and fucking, and, and they make us get out. And this is like that time period right in between like when they were making that law and
I
stuff.
see.
And at this point, like I'm squeaky clean. I have no past, no fucking no arrest.
Mhm.
And they pulled us out and tried giving us like a fucking run for our money. And
Yeah.
like, we're not telling you guys anything. Like,
Yeah.
leave us alone.
Yeah. We just
got
want to get high now.
nothing.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Take your drugs and shoo. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna arrest us, like, go fuck yourselves.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I mean, of course, I said this like while like crying. I was definitely crying. Was like, no. Dude, yeah. That was fucking wild. But
Yeah.
yeah.
God. And sorry. So you were still just kind of like homeless, just kind of just.
Oh yeah. Oh, going back to my mom's house.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up going back to my mom's house.
Yeah.
And I stayed with my mom for like a good 2 years. And
Oh really?
yeah, and during this like 2 year period, I was still fucking using. I was still getting high and stuff, but like, my mom was getting like sicker and like, just like not doing so great. And so like I really was able to kind of show up in a way where, I was helping out a little bit more around the house and like, just trying to do what I can.
Trying to contribute a little bit.
Yeah, like, doing what I can with like, where I was.
Yeah.
And and I basically stayed there until like my mom ended up passing away. And,
Oh no shit.
yeah. So I mean, like, it's a blessing in disguise that.
Really?
I don't know. I'll probably have you cut that part
out.
Okay. Not a blessing in disguise.
No, yeah. But, no, maybe because just where you're at in your life. It was just.
Yeah, like, I mean, to have been brought back together with her for like those last few years.
I see.
Yeah, but I mean, even after she like passed away, like that,
made it harder for you.
It didn't push me to get clean, Like that night, I remember I had my dealer at the house, like at like her awake, like I had people just giving me fucking drugs like left and right, like it was So I mean, it definitely didn't like push me to like change
to get
my
your
ways.
shit,
And what it did do though is it definitely got me like kind of put back together with like my brother and stuff.
Oh,
and,
really? Yeah, because you guys are getting together for the funeral, and services, and
and like like her passing away brought us kind of back together because again, like my brother's been my best friend since the day I was born. And like when I started to really get like when I started getting into like heroin and stuff and like got really bad. Like, I pushed him away. Like immediately, I was like, I pushed him the fuck away. Like, I mean, I think there was like a shield of guilt kind of that was like, I'm not doing anything good right now. Like I had like the shame and like, so I he didn't need to be around me to see.
Right, of course.
And and so I became real distant. And then like with that, some resentments grew.
I see.
And like, and,
between the both of you.
Yeah, for sure. And like, we just like didn't talk or like, I'd be like hitting him up trying to like, at first, like, taking advantage of, like, his credit card or, like, well-earned, like, resentments.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, or, like, trying to, like, call him from jail, and it's like, oh, he's not answering, I wonder why. Like,
You owe me money.
Yeah, and it's like, so, I mean, I always was able to rely on my brother.
Right.
Anytime I ever needed anything or help, and when I started to get really bad, like, he was like, this is your life. You're going to figure it out,
Right.
Like point blank. And, like, there's no enabling, which like I love him for because I didn't need to be enabled anymore. But,
right.
So my mom passed away. I got kind of more in touch with like, my family.
Yeah.
And then, soon after that, like I was out back on the street and, I was like, I ended up like, moving into some house that from people I met from the methadone clinic and, basically I started squatting there with like their like 99-year-old grandma. Like,
fuck yes.
Yeah, dude. It was rough. And that was such a hot fucking mess too. I did that for like a few months and like basically, and then I met another guy.
Oh, another guy? Another one?
That was part of my fucking story. It was like, I got a new boyfriend now.
A new boyfriend.
Yeah.
A new knight in shining armor.
Yeah, and this one, like, he knew a little bit more about like, how to fucking make ends meet, if you know what I mean. You know, like, and so I fucking basically dipped out with him. And
nice.
Yeah. Fucking A. And then I got, I saw like the whole, next side of addiction.
Oh, I see.
From there, like, I think we ended up moving into like my grandpa's house, right? My grandpa's an addict, and and he, we moved in with him. Fucking, we're all fucking heroin addicts who
Yeah.
really like meth.
Oh, nice.
And so like, you know, like
It's
it
a
was
common
like home.
denominator.
Yeah, and around this time, this is about the time like COVID hit too, you know?
I see, yeah. 2020.
Yeah, and yeah, so like COVID hit and you know, it didn't really make a whole lot of difference. You know, like
Oh,
shit.
yeah, no,
yeah,
shit.
you
We
got
were shooting
come on.
dope. Fuck no.
Yeah. I mean, the
It
only
actually made it better.
yeah, I was saying the only switch that happened during COVID was like, you know, fucking or the heroin dried up and
And the
fentanyl came
fatty,
out. You know that whole story.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. You know, you already know the story. Like everybody has it, and
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, COVID definitely didn't keep me indoors. You know, like I still had.
You weren't
like,
scared of the
fucking-
virus, the deadly virus.
Dude, I didn't get COVID at all.
You didn't?
None of us did.
I got it fucking 3 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't get it until like a year and a half ago for the first time.
And I was like so reclusive too. Like I
Yeah.
really don't hang out with that many people, and I
Yeah.
still got that motherfucker like 3
Yeah.
times.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I was out running amok, dude. Like those masks though, like that was like a saving grace,
it was,
dude.
yes. Oh yes.
Like
You're
be doing
not
the
even-
sketchiest shit.
Yeah.
You're like, catch me now,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
okay, yeah,
Throw on a beanie,
With-
and fucking like
yeah. With your medical mask on.
Yeah. try to find me now.
Yeah.
Like,
And the laws were, and they barely were even enforcing the laws anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like double, like fuck you.
yeah. But it was definitely during like that time though. Like so, you know, at this time, like, you know, I had a boyfriend who fucking
Yeah.
really did a good job like providing all the drugs and
Oh,
like,
okay.
you know, he
A well-respected man in the.
you know, from this fucking, yeah, for sure. And and you know, I was living at my grandpa's house. You know,
Yeah.
I was playing house all day, like, you know, fucking making dinner and like with that EBT.
Oh, that EBT money.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Oh, I fucking miss EBT so much. But
oh.
Yeah. but yeah, it was definitely like that time frame that
Yeah.
like, you know, the self-hatred definitely sunk in, you know,
I
where
see.
it was like, you know, everything else like is, you know, whatever. And but like I fucking started becoming miserable myself, you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah. No, I feel that.
I think that's where that spiritual bottom started
I
to
see.
hit.
Yeah.
And
How old were you when this was going on?
so it was like 26, 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
just hit that 27 club
Yeah.
and.
It's like, oh, and fentanyl's on the streets. Am I gonna? Sorry. Oh, not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, like around this time, was it like just like your intention to like maybe start going to meetings or maybe even go to treatment or anything like that, or you just were just.
You know, I was at the end of 2020. I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital for you know, I started getting like, you know, some serious health issues due to my drug usage.
Yeah.
And you know, so I was in the hospital for a few days.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came back out, like, you know, I was in this toxic ass relationship with this like guy, and you know, I came back and I'm like, you know, looking at all the A, B, C, and D of like what was like, and that was the first time that I really kind of even considering going to like treatment.
Yeah. Right.
And I remember like I had all these screenshots, you know, so that's about as far as it went, you know. Yeah, and I didn't really, you know, that was like a fleeting thought.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and then
Passed and went.
passed and went, yeah, for sure. And what, like maybe another year or so, the boyfriend I had at the time, he got arrested.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cops don't like it when you run from them.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
fucking stupid. Yeah, so he got arrested.
Was he going away for a while?
Yeah. He well, it was like 8 months or so.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like, but it was like a long enough, you know,
Right.
where like a relationship that was already kind of like,
Oh, not the healthiest.
it was being held on to by like one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and great guy, wish him well.
Sure.
You know, but not with me.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, he went to jail, and again, like, I was working for my brother too at the time. Like,
Oh,
I was
okay.
just helping him out with like work, and
Yeah.
he was paying me. And it got to a point where like my brother was like, I can't be like, condoning your drug use by paying you,
Yeah. I can
Which,
see
like,
that.
I mean, my brother would hear it day in, day out. Like, I'd talk about wanting to get clean. I'd complain about this. I'd complain about that. That shit had to have gone old.
For
and,
sure.
yeah, so, so he cut ties with me.
Yeah.
And, for, like, work.
Right.
And then, so I tried to go on my own and out fucking, finding my way.
Yeah.
And getting myself into some really sketchy situations. And, yeah. And then just like, finally one day my brother, like, he, we were driving and he was like, basically like offered me like help. And he was like, I can make a phone call, right now. And like, he did. And as soon as he started talking on the phone with like the insurance provider or whatever, like I started busting up crying. Like I like broke down crying. Wow. And, yeah, dude. And then, a little bit more footwork, and I was able to get into rehab, detox, and all that. So.
Oh, okay. So you detoxed and then went to residential.
Yeah, yeah, and that in itself is like, so I went to detox, and then after like 3 weeks of detox, they were like, okay, you're gonna go home now.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, you got me so fucked up if you think I'm going home. Like I have been using for like
a long time,
like 8.5, 9 years straight. Like, like there was I had a week in jail, like, and that's about like the only break I got,
wow.
know? And
yeah, that's a long time using straight.
Yeah, dude. And like, and then after 3 weeks, they were like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, you're
like,
good to go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That is pretty wild, actually.
Like,
they didn't even think about recommending.
It's fucking rehab. They are what they are. Like, let's be so for real. Like
some pencil pusher just like, yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, dude. Like your insurance is saying go home, so you're going home. Like we'll see you again in like a month. Like like let's be so real right now.
They do like their return customers.
They do. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I went home, right? And at this time, instead of going home to, like, where I was living before, my brother ended up taking me in. And, I sat at my brother's house for, like, a week, right? And, like, in this week period, like, I did not want to fucking use, Like, I didn't want to use. I finally got the chance to, like, not fucking... Like, I had been wanting to, like, break free from, like... the fucking hold it had on me for so long. Right. But, like, on one hand, like, I didn't want to use. I didn't want to go get loaded. But, like, I didn't know what else to do, Yeah. And, yeah, like, I just sat there, like, basically, and just, like, I played music and, like, just sat out in the sun. And, like, dude, like, I hadn't seen sun in a hot minute.
Oh, you're like a little vampire?
For sure. Like, when I was in detox, I started seeing these, like, little fucking, like speckles on my feet. Yeah. And I remember like trying to Google image it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. They're fucking freckles. Like, I was freckling in the sun. Like, your girl did not go in the sun. Like, yeah.
In the shadows, you were hiding in the shadows of El Cajon.
Yeah. Pretty much. The sun came out, I was like, yeah. 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 So, I mean, while I was back at my brother's, like, I ended up, calling around and trying to find, like, a residential that would take me in. And so I found, like, this all-women's, like, residential treatment center. And, because at first, like, no one would take me because, like, I hadn't relapsed and stuff. And so we're like, oh, I can just drink, Like, you just tell them I'm an alcoholic now, Just tell them what they want to hear. Like, I'm an alcoholic now. Yeah. Totally. I fucking been home for, like, 6 days, and I've been fucking, drinking all those White Claws.
All those White Claws.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. All day and all night. Yeah, so I got really drunk the night before.
Well, might as well. You were in character,
Yeah. I know the next morning I was like, my brother was like, do I drink now too? And my brother was like, no, I think you're good. You know?
Yeah.
I think last night was fine.
That's
Yeah. Like, do I need a drink on the way there?
Yeah. I can. I totally
Yeah. No, yeah. So, and that, it was there that, like, you know, they really, you know, I fucking did, you know, what was asked of me. You know, I got introduced to, like, the 12-step programs.
Cool.
You know, was told about, like, introduced to, like, what sponsorship is.
I see.
Told the next thing I should do is, you know, find a sober living.
Okay.
Do outpatient.
Okay.
Go to meetings. Right.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I was actually given, like, you know, oh, this is what you do next.
And instructions.
Yeah, dude.
Instead of just like, bye.
Bye. Like, fucking good luck, you know?
Fucking, your church is done.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, got you. That's good.
Yeah.
How long were you at that residential?
Probably like, what, 3 weeks? Like 4 weeks.
Oh, so. Okay. Yeah, just enough time to just.
Yeah. It was crazy, actually. When I was there, like, you know, like halfway through.
Yeah.
They tried kicking me out because, like, one of my tests popped back positive for fentanyl.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, one of the ones that you pee in the jar, they send it to the lab.
Yeah, it takes 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, they tried, like, kicking me out over that and stuff, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, yeah, it was, like, a whole thing, ordeal, and, like...
Wow, no shit.
And, you know, but, yeah, there was, like, a few, like, different things about that I was like, yo, like, you guys, like... Yeah, it was, like, huge, because I'm, like, up in LA County, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you guys are trying to kick me out? Like, you know, we have, like, 2 weeks left, like...
Right,
and, you know, I definitely didn't do fentanyl while I was there.
No.
I was like, I would have just stayed home and done it, you know? Like, and, like, you guys, like, I don't have parents paying for my insurance right now. Yeah. Like, my brother literally is. Like, if I was going to get high... I would have done it there, you know?
Right.
Anyways, yeah, so I had to, like, advocate for myself.
Shit.
And, like... Yeah, and, you know, I was able to fucking complete it and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was to the point they were like, oh, pack your bags.
Oh, like, my God,
you know,
dude.
You can go fuck yourself. Yeah. Good stuff. But, yeah, I was there for, like, 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, shit. And then, you went down here for, outpatient and all that?
Yeah, and then, I came back here, and then, I moved into sober living.
Oh.
And, then I started doing, like, outpatient through, like, McAllister.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can use, like, names.
No, you can. I don't give a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck. Okay.
I can't use names, but
yeah,
you can.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I started going to fucking McAllister, and yeah, that shit was, I was there for, like, 6 months. Like,
really?
It was fine. It was cool. Like,
oh, wow.
You know, it was, like, shits and giggles.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I think I got, like, piss tested, like, twice. Because, I think it's something like I don't know, like, I mean, it was whatever, like, I was like, I was just told, come here, so,
yeah.
You know?
You know, it's funny that you said that. I've only been piss tested twice when I was at the Freedom Ranch.
Yeah.
I was there for 8 months.
Well, I mean, the Freedom Ranch, what the fuck, where are you gonna go?
Well, you got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You are stranded.
Yeah.
And they only piss tested me the second time because I was late on a pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's because I came from the real world into their little world again.
Yeah.
So, you're late. Okay, you got to test, which was fine. I was clean. I had no problem testing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny though that I was like, wow, they're really not gonna drug test us here. But I'm like, oh, I guess they're just not gonna bother wasting time and money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's about that.
Yeah, and then so after you did outpatient, that's when you're starting to get more into going to meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I was introduced to the 12-step programs through like the inpatient rehab.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until like you know, I got to the sober living where it was like they recommended you do like 3 meetings a week, right? Like it was a suggested amount. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's
like I don't have a job, like I don't have a job, like I'm not fucking, you know, doing a whole lot. I might as well, like, you know. Yeah, take advantage of the time. And yeah, so I did that, and I fucking pretty quickly like jumped into like a fucking like really sick fellowship of people. And got immersed that way. And, I had like some, and during this time period too, like, I was still kind of drinking.
Yeah.
Like when I got out of like the rehabs and stuff, like I was still like kind of drinking, like fucking here and there, and
like a lady.
Yeah, like a gentleman. But like I don't know, like I was like, I'm still gonna drink because that was my problem.
That wasn't your problem.
Yeah. And yeah, dude. And so I fucking, but then I started going to like the 12-step meetings, like, more and more. And then I'm like fucking sitting in the goddamn meetings. I'm like, oh, fuck, do I have to like actually become abstinent of all of my
man, what a motherfucker.
I know, fucking cock blocks.
Did drinking ever did it feel like a problem though when you were drinking?
I mean, like, there was, like, one night where, like, I was definitely puking, I definitely went to the bar, and I was like, I've never had that. Like,
yeah. Oh, these drinks, oh, my God. Like,
yeah, and I'm like, okay.
I just can't say no.
I know. But, yeah. And, I was definitely hugging a toilet. I mean, again, and I had to do a lot of self-reflection on this, I still kind of have trouble with.
Sure.
Where it's like, I have trouble, like, admitting that I'm an alcoholic. Like, point blank. Like, sure. I have a trouble saying I'm an alcoholic,
Yeah.
But, like, instead, like, I kind of have to just, like, regroup my thinking on it. And it's like, I have a problem with alcohol in the sense where, like, who I am when I do drink, and, like, the shit I do when I do drink. And, and the shit that I limit myself on when I do drink, And I've been doing one thing or another since I was fucking, 13 years old.
Right.
Like, I might as well give myself a fucking chance.
I see.
Give myself a break.
I see.
And so, yeah, I think that's, like, where I'm at. And, I finally, once I started getting more and more involved in, like, the rooms of, like, NA and stuff, like, I... started making more friends, finding community, doing all the things they tell you to do,
Yeah.
And with that was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna have to like, cut the drinking out,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So I finally I did that, and yeah, shit's good. Like it's okay.
Yeah,
like,
it ain't too bad.
It didn't fucking, it didn't run me down. So
no.
we're doing fine.
I struggled with that too. Quitting drinking.
Yeah.
Like well in that sense for the same sense as you were having. Like I never had major dependence on alcohol.
Yeah.
But
like the way he had on heroin.
No,
and
fuck
shit.
no.
Fuck,
No, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
When I first drank alcohol, it pretty much was the same reaction. Where it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm fitting in here. Yeah. I don't know. I had fun like stealing alcohol and drinking. Yeah, that was fun. But in the end, like I really it's just I will never drink like that. I mean, as far as just my past goes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I gave up alcohol because I just I didn't want to take the chance of just getting all shit faced and oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go call the connect now.
Yeah.
Even though he's dead. I mean.
Yeah, dude. There's someone still alive. Okay. Yeah.
Go to the homeless, because that's what I did. My last time I relapsed, I went to a fucking homeless encampment.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right there, $10. All right. Woo!
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's why I quit drinking.
Yeah, the risk is too great. Like like this, like the life today is. Like, I don't want to give it up for a fucking drink,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't want to risk giving it up for a fucking drink. Like, if that's what it takes to fucking keep on living on this side of things, like, by all means. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'll drink my fucking kombucha. Thank you very much.
Yeah, kombucha.
Fucking love kombucha.
I drink this fucking insane, fucking powerful caffeine drink.
Jesus. Yeah.
And I was doing so fucking good for fucking years. And then I started trying to support myself in San Diego.
Yeah. Real.
But But yeah, I mean that's fucking awesome. I'm so proud of you. When's your clean date?
March 11th,
Oh yeah,
2023.
yeah. Here. Yeah. March 11th. That's cool. Mine's March 5th.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. You're coming up on what, 11?
12.
12. What?
Yeah,
the
I know. It's
The
crazy.
whole
Just
last decade.
yeah,
And some-
more a decade
Yeah.
and some change
Yeah,
now.
dude.
I know it's crazy. It's I kind of been whenever it comes up, you know, because it's coming up a little
Yeah.
bit now. It's like, oh my god, it's like you just think about all the shit like I experienced in recovery and stuff,
I bet.
and then you kind of remember how it was before, and you're like, god damn, like
Yeah.
it's a lot to pack. And I don't know, it's cool though. I just remember like starting and stuff like that where I had nothing. I had to wear like other motherfuckers' clothes
Yeah.
when I was in rehab, and I had to take the bus for
Mhm.
3 fucking years, and you know what I mean, just trying to build my life
Yeah.
again, and where I'm at now is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I don't need that motherfucking drink.
No, yeah.
Good.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Well, thank you, Kara, so much for coming on here.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with this one.
Yeah, me too.
You're one of my favorite people, man.
Yeah, same.
Just keep killing it. Get
Fuck
you back
yeah.
on here for follow up.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
This is the Fuck Fentanyl guy letting you know if you or a loved one is injured in a motorcycle accident, then call 1-800-Lawtigers for a free case evaluation. We are available 24/7. That's 1-800-Lawtigers with over $1.5 billion recovered in verdicts and settlements. Nobody got your back more than Lawtigers.